I wake up in my dormitory bed at Alverno College, Milwaukee, and the first thing I taste is the sour, metallic ghost of yesterday's cafeteria, eggs a flavor that clawed at my tongue like a cat stuck in aluminum siding. The sheet is clammy, as though someone wrung it out in old dishwater and forgot to rinse. Condensation beads on the single-pane window, drip, drip, dripping onto my trig notes, warping the ink into permanent black bruises. That is how the day begins, every day, with microscopic evidence that nothing here ever fully dries, least of all your spirit. I shuffle to the communal restroom, barefoot because my last pair of socks vanished in the laundry Abyssiniother campus perk. The tile is cracked in lightning bolt patterns. Tiny stalactites of yellowed glue ooze between the fragments. Each step produces a minuscule squelch, announcing to nobody in particular that I, too, am stuck in this mucilage of disappointment. The overhead bulb flickers at 45 hertz, a frequency researchers say triggers migraines. I already feel the drum behind my eyes. I think, this is intentional, a low-cost deterrent to lingering. Get in, get out, pay up, shut up. By 9 a.m. I am in line at the business office because an ominous hold appeared on my account overnight $12,000 I never signed for, according to an email rich in exclamation points but poor in explanation. The queue coils like a lethargic snake. Students stand so close we inhale one another's exhales. The air tastes of burnt coffee and panic. When I finally reach the counter, the clerk, who I later learn is paid $2 above minimum docent lookup. Her acrylic nails click the keyboard in slow Morse code. Disdain ... I am here about I start, but she slices my sentence with a practiced palm raise, the universal signal for I am the usher at the theater of your futility. She slides a scrap of paper my way. Printed on it, balance due, $12,057. 62. She says, monotone financial aid clawback. You dropped all but one credit, which disqualifies you from aid. I try to explain that I never registered for the phantom class, that I have screenshots, time-stamped like evidence in a murder trial. Her pupils dilate a millimeter boredom. Not empathized for, she slides the paper back, upside down this time, as though reorienting the digits will somehow make them negotiable. Policy, she shrugs. The shrug is tiny, almost polite, yet it detonates inside my ribcage. Policy is the magic word here, a spell that turns victims into villains. I ask, but why does policy punish accidents more harshly than intentional fraud? She responds by typing louder, nails now a snared drum, as if volume equals virtue. Outside, the corridor smells of radiator steam and pencil shavings. Tears gather behind my eyeballs but refuse to fall. They understand surface tension, the physics of public places. If you cry here, you concede weakness, and weakness is taxable. I swallow the lump, feel it travel down like a jagged shard of burnt toast. Toast is apt, because stomach acid is all IV had since dinner last night, a dinner which consisted of cafeteria pasta that arrived at the serving hatch already congealed into a single pale stalactite. The marinara looked transplanted from a nosebleed thin, metallic, oxygenated. I ate it anyway, because hunger is a greater con artist than any administrator. In the elevator to the third-floor advising suite, the fluorescent light hums at middle C. I am accompanied by a girl clutching a framed photo of her grandmother. The glass is cracked exactly across the elder's smile. Neither of us speaks. The silence is thick as library dust. We both know why we ray here. We need signatures to leave, but signatures are issued only to those who fit the mold of the ideal alumna, a creature constructed entirely from institutional self-congratulation. When doors open, she steps left, I step right, and the elevator sighs shut behind us like a guillotine. Advisor Megan Walsh actually tries.
I feel her effort radiate like a small space heater. She leans forward, eyes soft, voice careful. We can appeal the hold, she whispers, as though
the businesses circling Alverno College feel like they were all built on the same Monday morning after everyone's alarm failed. Nobody's quite awake, nobody's quite honest, and everyone wants your money before you notice the cracks. I'm talking about a mood, not a map. An invisible fog that drifts from the Mayfair parking lot, curls past the coffee roaster, settles on the spa massage tables, and finally settles in your stomach after dinner. Once you feel it, you start checking your wallet the way a detective checks a pulse, gently, hoping, already knowing. Let me walk you through the fog. Malls near campus are supposed to be the safe, climate-controlled bubble where you replace the toothbrush you forgot to pack. Instead, the moment you step out of your car, you become a suspect. Security tags you like you're auditioning for a crime show. One teenager got tailed inside box lunch because a keychain allegedly vanished behind the register. She left with a 2-year ban and the taste of humiliation in her mouth. Couple that with daylight car break-ins, gifts for small kids stolen while parents were still inside humming over sale racks, and the building starts to feel less like shopping, more like paying cover charge to be mugged. Even the sandwich counter joins the shakedown. $20 for a sub, extra $1 for every sliver of pepper, and when they forget the peppers anyway, they shrug, as if you're the one misremembering reality. Try asking for your money back. The staff will debate your own order with the confidence of philosophy majors who never studied receipts. Leave the mall, drive the short spine of Wisconsin Avenue, and the coffee shops greet you with the warmth of an ex who still has your hoodie. Valentine coffee, for example, smells like a promise it has no intention of keeping. The beans arrive burnt, the barista eyes you like you just insulted their grandmother, and if you beg for a single pump of vanilla to kill the bitterness, they calculate sales tax on the syrup. One loyal customer of 13 years emailed about a rancid £5 bag. The silence that answered back was so loud it cracked her loyalty in half. You will pay premium, you will tip, and you will still walk out wondering why your latte tastes like someone rinsed an ashtray in milk. Now unwind, surely a spa day will rinse the gloom off. Nearly Salon and Spa markets itself as the place where stress dissolves. Instead, stress gets a trim, color correction, and a bill north of $2,000. One guest asked for longer hair and left with broken 2-layer straw, plus a color that looked like the stylist had closed her eyes and guessed. When she begged for a refund, management offered a 40-minute patch-up, the way you might offer a band-aid to someone who just limped out of a car crash. Extensions fell out before the weekend. The salon kept every cent. Same building, different floor. A birthday girl phones to confirm her Ayurvedic package, is promised the full ritual, then receives half the ritual and a front desk shrug, maybe call the manager yourself. The message is consistent. Once your card is swiped, your problems become a hobby you pursue on your own time. Even dinner betrays you. Animal restaurant prints halal on the door and prices that read like downtown Chicago. The chicken arrives raw at the center, floating in neon oil thick enough to lubricate an engine. Ask where the rice is and you learn rice is now a la carte, as though the baseline of Indian cuisine has become a luxury upgrade. One family paid $150 for the privilege of photographing pink chicken tikka. They were too scared to swallow. The manager's response hovered between "nothing has changed" and "you can do whatever you want," which sounds like freedom until you realize it also means you're on your own with salmonella. Nightlife.
Picture bodega, a cover charge to enter an almost empty room, bartenders who vanish like mirages, and an automatic 20% gratitude fee that tips itself before anyone lifts a finger. Patrons have left with mystery charges, $800 tabs that weren't theirs, or watched bouncers mock their accents for sport. The bathrooms host enough amateur chemistry to reopen a Breaking Bad writer's room. And if you ask security why 17-year-olds with smeared mascara are stumbling past the ID scanner, the answer is a shrug that smells like expired cologne and unpaid internships. Slide a few blocks further and you'll find the Tin Widow, a cocktail bar that dresses itself up as upscale, but forgets the cocktails. 6 drinks on the menu, one bartender who moves like time is theoretical, and a $12 gin and Sprite served in a rocks glass with no rocks.
Businesses near Alverno College, Milwaukee, they can be tricky. Like, you think you're buying something nice, but it is fake. Just fake. There was this store, Duddy Fashion federal agents raided it. Can you believe it? They broke down the door, took all these fake designer things, Gucci, Rolex, Louis Vuitton, worth over $1 million. And for years, they were shipping this stuff in, hiding it like it was just toys or something. One box had fake Rolexes worth almost $1 million. How? Just how? Tourists probably bought from there, thinking they got a deal. But no, just trash. And now the store S closed. I bet those people felt so stupid after. The owners. Probably in big trouble. Then their S, the city scam. Someone pretended to be a construction company working on a library, just changed the email a little, and almost stole $500,000. $500,000. The city sent the money to the wrong account, and no one noticed until the real company asked, "Where's our money?" They got it back. But how does that even happen? Tourists wouldn't fall for that. But it shows how sneaky people are here. Like, who trusts anything now? The scammers probably ran, but the FBI found them. Still, it is scary. And other stores here, they sell fake things too. Undercover cops bought fake bags, watches, all that. They even went through the store S trash for evidence. So if you ray near Alverno College, shopping, be careful. Those great deals might just be scams. People take your money, give you junk, and laugh. And then one day, boom, the police smash the door down. But by then, you ray already gone.